Alright, let's look at the homework 7.1, problem number 5. Alright, so let's use integration by parts to evaluate this integral. Alright, so I'm going to take, let's see, this 3t as u, and the rest to be dv. Alright, so first I'm going to take the derivative of this guy. We're going to get 3. Alright. Take the antiderivative of hyperbolic cosine, it's going to be hyperbolic sine of t, right? Then we just have to multiply this way first. So this is going to be, let's see, 3t times hyperbolic sine of t. So it's going from 0 to 1 minus integral from 0 to 1, and then you multiply 3 and hyperbolic sine. So you're going to have a 3 hyperbolic sine of t dt. Alright, so this is going to be equal to, if you plug in 1, so you're going to get 3 times 1 times hyperbolic sine of 1. So I'm going to just put the 3 hyperbolic sine of 1. Minus, if you plug in 0, it's 0 anyway, so I'm not going to write that down. Right? Then we'll have 3 times antiderivative hyperbolic sine is hyperbolic cosine of t. Then you're going from 0 to 1. Right? So this is going to be equal to, let's see, 3 hyperbolic sine of 1 minus 3 times, hyperbolic, you have a hyperbolic cosine of 1, and a minus, actually I have to probably put the parenthesis or a bracket and plug in 3 hyperbolic cosine of 0. Right? Alright, so if you remember the definition of hyperbolic sine and hyperbolic cosine, so hyperbolic sine of, say, t is defined as e to the t minus e to the negative t over 2. And hyperbolic cosine of t is defined as e to the t plus e to the negative t over 2. Alright, so a hyperbolic sine of 1 is going to be, alright, this is going to be, all have 3, so I'm going to just put 3 there, alright, and then we're going to have, alright, e to the 1 minus e to the negative 1 over 2, alright, and minus sign, right? This 3 is already pulled out. So hyperbolic cosine of 1 is e to the 1 plus e to the negative 1 over 2, right? Then minus minus plus, right? 3 is already pulled out. And hyperbolic cosine of 0 is e to the 0 is 1 plus e to the 0 is 1 again over 2. Alright, so what we get is going to be, we should be able to cancel things, right? So we have e over 2 minus e over 2. We can cancel that out. So this is going to be 3 is already there. Right, by combining these two, so you have a negative e to the negative 1 over 2 and a negative e to the negative 1 over 2. So it's going to be negative e to the negative 1, and plus 1 plus 1 is 2 over 2 is going to be 1. Alright, so I guess it's going to look a little bit better if I write it as a 3 times 1 minus e to the negative 1, or 1 over e, either way. Alright, so let's type it in. Right, so we got the 3 times 1 minus e to the negative 1. Right, then I'm gonna just submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got this one correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.